Who would win in a fight between Kratos and Darkseid? On one hand, you have the Ghost of Sparta, a god-killer who has single-handedly dismantled entire pantheons. On the other, you have the tyrannical ruler of Apocalypse, a new god whose very existence threatens the fabric of reality. This is more than just a fight, it's a clash between two of the most powerful and ruthless beings in their respective universes. A god-killer versus a god-ruler. Today, we're diving deep to figure out who would emerge victorious. Let's start with Kratos. His journey is one forged in blood, vengeance, and unimaginable loss. From a mortal Spartan general to the god of war, and eventually, the slayer of the Greek gods, Kratos' power has grown exponentially. His physical strength is legendary. He has overpowered titans, held back the hands of Kronos, and even resisted the pull of Atlas holding up the world. We're talking about a being who can tear gods apart with his bare hands. His durability is just as impressive. Kratos has survived impalement, massive falls, and direct attacks from deities like Zeus and Hades. His Spartan rage amplifies his strength and resilience to insane levels, making him an unstoppable whirlwind of destruction. And then there's his arsenal. The blades of chaos, forged in the depths of the underworld, are extensions of his very being, bound to him and capable of searing flesh and soul. The Leviathan axe, with its frost magic, can freeze enemies solid and return to his hand like Thor's Mjolnir. He also wields the Draupnir spear, which can be multiplied and detonated at will. Kratos isn't just a brute, he's a master tactician and a seasoned warrior with centuries of combat experience against every kind of foe imaginable. He learns, he adapts, and he exploits every weakness. But what about Darkseid? The Lord of Apocalypse is not just a god, he is a fundamental force of evil and tyranny in the DC universe. He is a new god, and his true form is a multiversal entity that exists outside of normal space and time. The physical bodies we usually see him in are just avatars, projections of his true, terrifying essence. Even these avatars possess strength on a cosmic scale, capable of going toe-to-toe with Superman and the entire Justice League at once. Darkseid's physical power is immense, but his most feared weapon is the Omega effect. Fired from his eyes, the Omega beams are sentient energy that can change direction, pass through objects, and seek their target relentlessly. They can disintegrate, teleport, or even rewrite the existence of their victims, sending them through a torturous cycle of different lives. A direct hit from the Omega beams is almost always a guaranteed end. He also possesses telekinesis, telepathy, and matter manipulation. He can create life, albeit monstrous life in the form of his parademons, and he commands a vast army and advanced technology from his hellish planet. So, let's set the stage for this epic confrontation. Imagine Darkseid, seeking to conquer the 9 realms, arrives in Midgard. Kratos, ever the protector of his home and son, would inevitably stand in his way. The fight begins. Initially, Kratos' sheer aggression and combat prowess might catch Darkseid's avatar off guard. The Ghost of Sparta would charge in, a flurry of blades and axe swings. He'd likely land some significant blows. His strength, fueled by Spartan rage, would be enough to physically challenge Darkseid's avatar, sending shockwaves across the landscape with every impact. Kratos has fought and killed gods before, so the sight of a powerful being like Darkseid wouldn't intimidate him. In fact, it would probably just make him angrier. Kratos would use his entire arsenal. He'd freeze Darkseid's feet with the Leviathan axe, pin him down with exploding Draupnir spears, and try to sear him with the blades of chaos. His relentless, close-quarters combat style is designed to overwhelm opponents, and for a moment, it might seem like he has the upper hand. He has experience fighting beings with powerful ranged attacks, like the gods of Olympus, so he would be constantly moving, dodging, and closing the distance. However, this is where the fight takes a dark turn for Kratos. Darkseid is not like the gods of Olympus. They were powerful, yes, but they were largely physical beings confined to their realm. Darkseid is something else entirely. After taking a few hits, his patience would wear thin. He would realize that this mortal is more than a simple nuisance. And then, he would unleash the Omega effect. How would Kratos handle the Omega beams? This is a critical point. The beams can erase beings from existence. While Kratos has incredible durability and has resisted various forms of magic and soul manipulation, the Omega effect is on another level. It's a fundamental power of the DC cosmos. Kratos might be able to dodge the beams for a while, using his agility and Spartan training. His guardian shield might even deflect them once or twice, but the Omega beams are relentless. They can curve, phase through obstacles, and hunt their target. Sooner or later, they would connect. What happens when they do? One possibility is that Kratos' divine nature and his history of resisting fate itself might offer some protection. Perhaps the beams wouldn't disintegrate him instantly. Instead, they might teleport him across the universe or, in a more classic Darkseid move, subject him to the Omega sanction. This would trap Kratos in an endless cycle of painful lives and deaths, a psychological torture designed to break the spirit. Could Kratos' indomitable will, which has defied death itself multiple times, break free from such a trap? It's possible, but it would be the greatest mental and spiritual battle he's ever faced. Even if we discount the Omega Sanction and focus purely on a physical confrontation, the odds are stacked against Kratos. Darkseid's avatars have tanked punches from Superman, a being who can move planets. While Kratos' strength is immense, it's debatable if it reaches that same level of cosmic power. Darkseid could simply outlast Kratos in a battle of attrition. He can regenerate from injuries and his stamina is virtually limitless. Kratos, while incredibly resilient, is still mortal-born and can be worn down. Furthermore, we're talking about just one of Darkseid's avatars. If Kratos somehow managed the impossible and destroyed the physical form Darkseid was using, what would that accomplish? Darkseid's true essence would remain unharmed in his own dimension. He could simply create a new, more powerful avatar and return. Destroying an avatar would be like smashing a single security camera in a fortress filled with them. The true enemy remains untouched. To truly defeat Darkseid, one would need to travel to Apocalypse and destroy his true form, a feat that has proven nearly impossible even for the most powerful beings in the DC multiverse. Kratos is a master of invading other realms and killing their rulers, but Apocalypse is a dimension of pure tyranny, and Darkseid's true form is a non-corporeal, multiversal threat. This is a scale of power far beyond anything Kratos has ever encountered. The gods of Olympus were powerful, but they were a family squabble contained within a single world's mythology. Darkseid is a universal constant of evil. So, while our hearts might root for the ghost of Sparta, the logic is hard to ignore. Kratos would put up a fight for the ages. He would wound Darkseid, earn his begrudging respect as a warrior, and make him work for his victory. The battle would be brutal, earth-shattering, and an incredible spectacle. But in the end, Darkseid's cosmic power, his dreaded Omega beams, and the very nature of his existence give him an insurmountable advantage. Kratos kills gods. But Darkseid is more than a god. He is an idea, an abstract force of cosmic evil made manifest. And unfortunately for Kratos, you can't kill an idea with an axe. The victory, however hard won, would almost certainly go to the Lord of Apocalypse. What do you think? Do you believe Kratos' rage and god-killing experience could find a way to win? Or is Darkseid's power just too much for the ghost of Sparta to handle? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love diving into these epic matchups. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this battle breakdown, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.